go. Just looking at a butterfly flying by and the thing started. So, hello to you today. I'm just gonna put on an earring. There we go. I can't see it. Sorry. Give yourself the time to be ready. And sometimes things happen before you're ready, and it's okay. It's okay. Trust that it's all good. Trust it's all good, right? Yes. Okay. Boom. Hello. Let's tune into the frequencies of today. Dragonfly. Dragonfly. Ooh. Big blue. Just landing on the roses. Cool. Very cool. Yay! Okay. Let's tune into the messages of today. What's gonna come up for us? To think about, to consider, to look at. That one. Okay, what is it? Freedom. Freedom of speech, right? Freedom. Gorgeous. 50. Look at this giant swan here. Beautiful. And blue figure. Throat chakra. Freedom of speech. Oh, and heart. Get this figure back here in the green with the wise owl. This is that heart, third eye communication. Freedom. The illumination. The flow. Got the seahorses here. What else is in here? All kinds of things. Foxes and fairies and elk. Butterfly. So freedom and balance. We've got the aquatic scene, right? We've got the flowing. We've got the fish. And then the birds. It's a different type of flow, right? I'm thinking of the soaring, right? You're kind of being lifted by the currents of the air and then the currents of the water, right? And connection. Oh, there's a peacock. The fairy on its back. Balance between the masculine and feminine here. They're dancing together. Yes, gorgeous. Okay, lots of symbolism in there. Beautiful. Freedom. Yeah, what does that mean to you, right? What does freedom look like? What does freedom mean? What does freedom feel like? Feels like making love. Do, 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 do. Feel like making love to you. Feel like making love to you. Do, 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 do. What song is that? I had a lot of uncles growing up, so there was always like Foreigner and Boston and Supertramp and like all the cool music of the past. Okay, Arcturians talking about freedom. Oh, and what? Rebirth. Is that transition or emerging? And then being the gorgeous star that you are. Being the gorgeous star that you are. Okay, the energy of rebirth helps you to release the old things and helps you to get familiar with everything new, enabling you to get used to your new reality. Okay, this is that. Oh, that was the old way of doing it. I'm aware of that. There's a hummingbird. Yay! And then this is the new way, right? Oh, right. This is what I do. This is who I am. This is how I do. That's the way we're going. Okay, and then we have emergence. Helps you leave your cocoon once and for all without feeling doubtful or insecure. Now you can spread your wings and show who you really are, okay? So you've been reborn like a phoenix from the flames, right? You flap your wings and you're free. Freedom, power, powerful, recognizing your own transform. Butterfly! I'm seeing all the things. Bee! Okay. Okay. There's lots of stuff going on outside today. And enlightenment. Beautiful. The energy of enlightenment helps you realize that you are a being of light, right? It's like reborn into this light boss body, light boss energy, emerging, right? Getting used to your new dimensions. And this is your enlightenment. Welcome to your enlightenment and freedom. I mean, wow. Wowza. It's gonna be one of those kinds of readings today. They're all like that. They're all like that, right? Okay. Let's see what the runes want to contribute to your emerging, your rebirth. Butterflies. There's so many butterflies. Love it. Love it. Okay. Who's gonna come out? Oh, these two. Gorgeous. We got Tiwa's, which is victory. And we've got Fehu, which is, abundance, gorgeousness. Okay, Tiwa's is justice, honor, sacrifice, loyalty, and victory. From the greatest heights, the eagle has a balanced and a broad perspective of the world. Liberated. This is your eagle, right? Your higher self, your intuition, your third eye knowing. Liberated from the tight personal viewpoints of those on the ground, he is able to see the true lay of the land. He is privy to the universal and cosmic ordering principles that, with higher consciousness, brings true and beneficial law and justice to the world. This is about your freedom and your enlightenment. Gorgeous. Tiwaz has a righteous warrior energy. Honor is its defining quality. With this rune comes the promise of a good and just outcome. The scales will be balanced. You may be asked in a position of leadership to make personal sacrifices. Do what you know to be right, as courage and a worthy cause will be victorious. Okay, so this is giving me emperor energy. Remember there was that Freudian slip or whatever? Boss. That's the big boss energy. One who is able to see the big picture, hold the vision of the big picture, right? It's also the King of Wands. And to make the necessary sacrifices for the good of all. Okay. And then we've got the wealth, luck, abundance, energy, and fertility. The hardworking and energetic red squirrel holds aloft her golden acorn, masculine, feminine energies, a lucky discovery after a successful forage. It takes effort, but she is richly rewarded and her family is well fed. Also, ground and sky, right? The action, but notice the size different. Little, potent, powerful, intentional actions and powerful, expansive, right? I'm thinking wingspan of an eagle in your overseeing. Okay. Fehu is a high energy rune and it brings luck and fortune. As the first rune of the first et, it speaks of beginnings. This is the rune that refers to removable property like money or possessions. In readings, it references prosperity, in particular, that achieved through your own efforts. It can indicate financial security and successful business, property, and asset negotiations. Fehu can also mean reduced financial problems and unexpected good fortune. It is a sign of hope and plenty, success, and happiness. Okay? These are all the things that come about when you are enlightened and reborn into freedom, right? There's something about releasing yourselves from doubts and fears, the weights, the densities of those kinds of frequencies, which enlightens you, fills you with liquid sunshine. This is what we do here, right? We are mining treasures and filling our cups to overflowing with liquid sunshine, right? Yes. Okay. Let's get one of these cards to come out for us. Give them a good shuffy here. Okay. Let's do it. Let's fall in love. So we've got passion. Okay, passionate movement forward, forging ahead with your sword of truth, with confidence, taking action. Beautiful. So, passionate movement, right? On your intuition. Look at the size of the moon in the background. This passion fueled subconscious. We've got the night, right? So, subconsciously forging ahead, which is also gorgeous because it's like Tiwaz is giving you this sword of truth to you to wield on the ground, right? It's like this lifting and perceiving from the big picture, right? I'm seeing like when you're on the ground, it's hard to see when you're in the middle of the forest, right? It's just what's right in front of you. Lifting up, seeing the big picture, recognizing that you have to head in that direction to get to where you want to go, or there's a spot on the way that you need to stop in at, right? and the information coming back down to you. They're so beautiful, the butterflies. And then taking action, right? That action moving forward. Okay, my intuition is telling me start heading in that direction. Even though I can't see it with my physical eyes, I'm trusting in my higher knowing that this is the way I move forward, right? The sword of truth is also clearing away anything that's coming up against you, which is like your doubts and fears. Am I going the right way? Is this the right way? I don't know if this is the right way, right? But you do, because you checked in, you tapped in, you turned on your connection. Okay. So that's gorgeous. Butterflies. Oh, yes, gorgeous. Okay, this is the exactly confirming what we were just talking about, right? Your thoughts and your words, it's kind of like your eagle eye and your action, right? Your thoughts and your words being in harmony with each other. And that is what is moving. That's the movement in the real world, in the physical world. This cohesion, right? We need to have our thoughts matching our words and our words matching our thoughts, right? One empowers the other and vice versa. And when one is detached from the other, when one is not really in line with the other, then it's like this instead of like this, right? Okay. What are you speaking into being? Oh, just love and ships coming in. Okay, so love, connection, balance, peace, overflow, joy, collaboration, balance, right? And ships coming in, your manifestations arriving. What a beautiful two cards to come in after this one, right? After you are connecting, balancing, and harmoniously, right? And moving forward upon your passions through this connection, this cohesion. And anything you want being possible, okay? Pretty much. That's what that's saying. Wow. It's the Two of Cups. We can make it if we try. It's the Two of Cups. You and I, butterfly. Okay. Beautiful. Yeah, you've definitely reached a point, an end of an old thing and a beginning of a new thing, right? This one here is my victory, getting to the top of the mountain, finishing what you've set out to do. This figure here set out to get to the top of the mountain, and there they are. They're at the top, right? And it's the end of the uphill climb. There's no more climbing to do. Now it's you know, a fun frolic, right? Down a roll, a hop, skip, and a jump, or a fly, right? Or a fly jumping off the top and spreading your wings, right? This is something about this rebirth and emerging. The climb up the mountain was your caterpillar days. Your time at the top is your cocoon. And this 0 point, right? Start at the beginning. This is the rebirth. This is the emergence. This is the freedom. This is the enlightenment, right? So full of light that you are weightless. Beautiful. Where all things are possible. It's also your faith, right? Your faith in your own ability to fly and your faith in the wind to carry you. Both of those things. Okay, what else you got for us? Another active, moving night. Okay, this is communication. I feel like this is the what you put out coming back to you, right? Because we've got this page of cups here who's speaking and thinking their world into being. And this is the messenger, the fruition of that coming in. So we've got this knight, following a passionate course with the red here, pure intentions. I'm also getting the mimic here, right? We've got the black and the white horses. They're both action. We already declared this one as our subconscious. So this is the subconscious coming into the conscious, which is beautiful, right? Our subconscious beliefs need to line up with our conscious words, right? And that cohesion between the subconscious and the conscious is where your manifestation powers are. Beautiful. Okay, let's get the fairies want to come out. They're like, me. Who's coming out? Who wants to jump in here and say a thing or two? Okay, those two. We've got Mike the Myomancer. It could be Mick the Myomancer. No, Mike the Myomancer. Okay. And the Singer of Initiation. Beautiful. Look at that card. Whoa. Okay, Mike and the Singer here. Let's see what we got. We got a 42 and a 9. Let's see what Mike has to say. Let's see what Mike has to say. Small clues, details, the messages everywhere, and patience. Okay? I mean, we got butterflies, we got dragonflies, we've got hummingbirds, and we've got bees, right? All those messages are endurance, right? Adaptability and flight, joy, endurance, gorgeousness. Okay. Attention to details is important at this time. Little things are not only important in themselves, but they also give you important information about larger things. Look for the inner hidden meaning in ordinary objects, happenings, and experiences. Life is trying to teach you something by speaking to you gently. Okay. With luck and application, you will get the message before it has to speak to you more loudly. Body language in humans as well as mice may give you very useful information at this present time, especially if you learn to read it properly. Oh, right. Mick the Myomancer, he speaks to mice, or the mice speak to him. The clues to the answers you seek and the things you need to know are all around you. You are surrounded by omens, portents, and signs, but the signs are not written on billboards in large letters. They are in the small happenings of your life. Be awake and aware. There's a nod to the consciousness, right? Beautiful. Yes. This is the same with Freudian slips. It's the subconscious wanting to be conscious. This is also, I'm seeing the moon with the crab or the lobster that comes out of the pool, right? The pool represents your subconscious and this emerging out of the subconscious into the conscious. This is also giving me the internal starting to manifest in the external. Hint: if you work out what the question really is, it is much easier to recognize the answer when it comes. Beautiful. Okay, and we've got a singer, which is a 9. The singer of initiation. Passage through trial. Let me reorganize myself. This one, right? The mountain was the trial. Triumph. Another word for victory, right? And new level, okay? This rebirth, this emergence, this potential for newness and freedom and gorgeousness. Okay. Breakthrough. Drawing this card notifies us that significant change and challenge are both occurring in our lives, with the potential for moving into a new realm, which involves a new way of being. Beautiful confirmation. This major change has been building for a long time. Yes, we know, right? Every step forward that we take on this mountain path is bringing us that much closer to completion, to triumph, to rebirth, right? And freedom. We may already be aware of the initiation process, but perhaps have only seen it as bad luck or fate. All things are happening for you, not to you. When you can wrap your brain around this, then instead of being tripped up by the things, you are quickly recovering from them. Aha, this happened so that I learned this. This happened to make me stronger. This happens for me to recognize my own strength and ability and all of that jazz. Okay. Whether it is neither bad luck or fate. It is an opportunity to see if we have deep down truly learned the lessons we have been working on and are willing to apply them in our lives. Beautiful. Often, knowing just what the initiation is about can seem one of the most difficult aspects of the process. However, once passed, it eventually will all become clear in hindsight. Hindsight is part of wisdom gaining, right? Acquiring the experience and then the reflecting, right? Where am I? However, once passed, it eventually will become clear in hindsight. Oh, yeah. For now, we only need to know, as the singer said to one Oracle group member, it can be done. Look with your heart. Beautiful. Somewhere we talked about being able to see through your heart space. The presence of the singer of initiation in a reading often presages a period of success, of seeing, accepting, and using our own powers at a higher and more ethical level. Okay, this is part of this enlightenment, the rebirth, emerging in adjustment to the new. We move into greater fulfillment of our potentials. It also means taking on a new level of responsibility for ourselves and in the world. The gate is open to us, but we must take the action of stepping through. Beautiful. Beautiful full circle moment there, right? Gorgeous. Let's get an animal oracle. Since we got all the winged creatures around us out here, maybe we get a few land animals to speak to us. There's two. Hey. Oh, it's upside down. I'm like, what is that guy doing there? Beautiful. The bear and the golden egg. Talk about your land animal. Spirit's like, you want a land animal? Here's the biggest one in town. Okay, the bear. This is beautiful because the bear speaks about coming out of hibernation, which is like your rebirth emerging, right? Waking from a sleep. It's also like coming out of the subconscious sleep. That's where you access your subconscious. Okay, bear, where are ya? Where is the bear? There. Waking from spiritual slumber. There we go. Beginning anew. Beautiful. Rebirth, the Fool, and now we've got the bear. After a long winter, the bear arises from deep slumber. At first, the movement and effort are difficult, but the bear knows that it's time to awaken and move towards the dawning light, right? Because the page isn't quite royalty yet, right? It's still this new uncertainty, but the building of confidence. Okay. Bear knows it's time to awaken and move towards the dawning light. The bear card represents an individual on the cusp of new directions and personal transformation. The initial weeks and months of this spiritual quest may feel tricky, cumbersome, and full of obstacles, but you have no choice, bear. Winter wanes, the warmth of spring emerges, and your transformation begins. When in balance, inner strength, yearning to grow. When out of balance, withdrawal, lethargy, and heaviness. That's all that densities, right? And to bring into balance, movement and exercise. Start heading in that direction, right? That's the thing with your eagle eye view and your constant checking in. Even if you take a couple swings and you're headed maybe diverted slightly, right? You're reconnecting. Oh, gotta course correct slightly, right? And making the necessary adjustments. Okay. Then we've got the golden egg of possibility. Message at the center of the heart. Beautiful. and the unstruck sound. Within the golden egg lives a precious sound. Deep within that sound resides a message. The sound cannot be heard, nor the message discerned, until we retreat from the noise of modern day life. The magical essence of the golden egg needs warmth, quiet, and time to unfold. No rushing, no pushing, no grasping. Find a place of deep and restful ease, perhaps through yoga nidra or meditation. If you do not yet have a meditation practice, take some time for introspection or contemplation. When the mind begins to settle and the breath is calm, ask the question that weighs heaviest on your heart. Staying open to any response you hear, engaging with the energy of the golden egg is an advanced practice. It requires becoming intimate with our very essence and comfortable with vulnerability. When a feeling of tenderness or gratitude arises from deep within you, know that you are well on your way. Your chest may swell like you are seeing an old friend that's been away for a long, long time. Listen to the message they've been waiting to tell you. I love you, I love you, I love you. All of a sudden, we're elf. Okay. The fourth chakra, the subtle essence of the golden egg, is nestled deep within the heart center at the fourth chakra. This chakra, called Anahata, is the home of the self or soul. We bring the mind into the center. We discover a portal to the most intimate and luminous space. It is said our inner guide sits there in deep meditation, waiting for us. Anahata translates as the unstruck sound. Okay, it's that passion center that waits for the communication from your higher knowing on when to take passionate, purposeful action. Beautiful. Who else? Who else should we get involved with this here reading? Let's get a couple of these guys. How about? Dear. Peace. Beautiful. Resolving inner conflict gives me the freedom to experience harmony within myself and others and maintain a state of tranquility. Gorgeous. Yeah, I mean, there's peace and freedom, right? There's peace in your faith, in your knowing of self and your capacity, your ability. Your potential. Okay, then we've got appreciation. Yes, appreciate the lessons you've learned, how far you've come, where you've come from. Appreciate the caterpillar journey. It was a necessary part of your rebirth and emerging and enlightenment and freedom now, peace now. You couldn't have arrived there without, right? You couldn't have arrived at the top of the mountain without the journey getting there. Yes. Then we've got grounding. Okay, yes, this grounding in this rooting to center myself. I focus on my breath. I am aware of my body, and I trust that I am supported by the earth. Grounding in is part of your balance and you're grounding in your manifestations, your wishes, your desires. You're bringing them out of the subconscious into the conscious. We've got authenticity. Okay, this is, you are stepping into your most authentic self. I am true to the essence of myself, regardless of the pressures that may surround me. Yes, this is what true authenticity looks like. It's not conformity, right? It's not pulling back, shying away, dulling shine, quieting. It is holding true. It's part of this cohesion, this harmony within. Okay, and all those things combined is part of your perception, right? Your ability to perceive. I know there are intimate ways of looking at things, intimate ways of looking at things. I open myself to exploring and learning from different points of view. Yes. This, I feel like I said something about looking at things differently, recognition, the perspective that you gain by the bigger picture. There you go. And then the on the ground running, right? Activity. Also, getting to a top of a mountain does allow for some major clarity, right? The air is clear up there. The perspective is different. It's very eagle eye view-ish, right? Okay, where's this guy gonna go? Perception. Oh yeah, and beside Mike here. Paying attention to the little things, which is interesting because we've got such a big picture view, right? It's like the scope. There's your balance between the big picture and then the on the ground. A red squirrel, they're so tiny, right? But they can see the tiny things, the little details. They're paying attention to those. So there's your balance between big picture overview and the details in the moment, in the real time. Okay, I was trying to change the box for my love messages, but it's not big enough to shuffle them. Oh, maybe I can do it this way. Just trying to make it less loud, so we're testing here. Those guys. Okay, what do we got? Protect your energy. Yes, your energy is your true currency. Keep it clean, keep it flowing, keep it powerful, keep it strong, keep it protected, keep it safe, right? We want to recognize any unnecessary rivulets that pop up and make sure to keep it all in our river flow, right? Yes. All things are possible. Yeah, they are. This is what you are learning in this next phase of your life, right? When you were on the ground in your caterpillar ways, there was doubt, there was fears, because all you know was the hand on hand on hand on hand and foot and foot and foot and foot, because they get over there, right? But now you've gone through the transformation, you've emerged with wings, and now you know that you can fly. So this is part of the initiation. If that's possible, then what else is possible, right? All things are possible. Especially when you're in a state of gratitude. Yes, gratitude is the love sauce. Gratitude is the liquid sunshine that we pour into our heart space that empowers it, that empowers the machine. The machine is our bodies, BTW, right? Ground yourself, confirmation. Okay, yes, it's very important to ground it in. You ground yourself, you ground in your desires, your wishes, your manifestations. They must be grounded in order to grow, right? You wish upon a star, you pluck that star out of the sky, you stick it into the earth, and then allow it to bloom and grow. This is how we manifest and pull the subconscious into the conscious realms. Woo! Go get some river magic, okay? Stick your feet in it, stick your face in it, stick your finger in it, sprinkle it, love it, give it gratitude, release into it, do what you gotta do, get it all over you. There's magic in the river, this movement of water, right? Water is powerful. It's an element. It's an element. Get it on you, right? Let it clear and clean you. It's a good way of cleaning your energy too. And finally, let them love you, let them show you how gorgeous you are, let them think what they want to think. It's got nothing to do with you. Let them see what they want to see. You just be your gorgeous self. Ooh. Okay, I'm gonna test that. I just balanced everything and now I'm gonna throw some charms at it. Okay, what do we got? Let's look together. Okay, here are the cards and the reading and the balance. Right? All the things going on in there. Gorgeous. Okay, we've got peaceful abundance, which, we're all for. We want that peaceful abundance. Thank you very much. And there's your golden abundant pineapple. Okay, this is a very abundant time in life. So, show gratitude for how far you've come. Okay, recognize. Then we've got the balance in your grounding. Perfect. Your masculine and feminine, the water buffalo. Hard to distinguish between the males and the females. So this is the masculine, feminine, grounded land animal, right? Fully planted, immovable, and refuses to be domesticated is another part of their thing, which is cool. Okay. We've got the lion here. This is the courage to engage, to be with another, and finding stability and strength there. And then we've got the tree. Okay, the tree of life. This is the passion, again with the groundedness. And then we've got the koala. This is always my quality control. Okay. So something about the quality of life. I mean, potentially you're free, you're gorgeous, you're shining, you're reborn, you're enlightened. Your quality of life changes, right? As a byproduct of your gorgeousness. Okay, that is what I have for you. I hope that there was something juicy for you to stick in your stew pot and let it get even more juicier and flavor all of your consommes. Okay. Love and appreciate you and hope to see you next time. Bye for now.